Hello and welcome to the channel. Today on Living Abroad, I have some good news and some bad news. I'm going to give you the latest updates on Turkey's travel restrictions. So stick around until the end of the video to see if you fall under one of those countries that cannot enter Turkey. My name is Alex and you can live through me. Here are the new rules put in place by the government of Turkey starting July 1st. So right now there's curfew for Turkish citizens beginning Sundays. That will no longer be in place. There's no more curfew. They've scrapped that entirely. Cafes and restaurants will open completely at 100% capacity with no limits on the number of guests outdoor or indoor. Restrictions and measures for accommodation facilities will end. So that basically hotels and hostels and things like that. There's no limitations on that anymore, as long as people wear masks and follow social distancing. I'm not sure how proper that's going to be, but that's what they said. Outdoor wedding ceremonies will be held without any limits on the number of guests, food or drinks being served, and events such as concerts, festivals, youth camps will once again be allowed, because right now they're not allowed. Parks, gardens, picnics, camps, areas like that will still be open to the public. There's no limits on that, how close you can sit, how many people can sit. Everything's back to normal. So that's basically it. So the biggest change is going to be Sunday. There's no more curfew. People can be out as late as they want. And restaurants and cafes, everything's open to 100%. Cinemas and cafes, cinemas and other festivals and concerts can be held again. So yeah, that's great news. Now let's get to the travel restrictions. Turkey has halted flights and all direct travel from 6 countries due to new variants of the coronavirus. Flights have been suspended from Bangladesh, Brazil, South Africa, India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka as of July 1st until further notice. Those arriving from other destinations but have been in the countries listed within the last 14 days will need to show a negative PCR test taken within a maximum of 72 hours before entry and will be required to quarantine for 14 days. The ministry stated that the recent escalation in COVID-19 cases in certain countries due to the new variants led to this decision. Turkey has decided to close its borders to all direct entries, including through land, air, sea, or railway from these countries. In addition, passengers arriving from Pakistan and Afghanistan or those who have been there in the last 14 days will need to quarantine in Turkey for 10 days upon arrival. Those coming from the UK, Iran, Egypt, and Singapore will need to show a negative PCR test taken within 72 hours prior to arrival. Passengers arriving from other countries, aside from the ones that we just mentioned, who can provide documentation that they received a COVID-19 vaccine in the last 14 days or that they have recovered from a COVID-19 in the last 6 months will not be required to provide test results or quarantine. Additionally, proof of negative COVID-19 test results conducted within the 72 hours prior to arrival in Turkey or a negative rapid antigen test conducted within a maximum of 48 hours after the arrival will suffice for those unable to provide other documentation. So I guess Turkey is getting really strict on people entering the country, but I guess it's still fairly easy considering if you have a negative COVID-19 test and show another one within 48 hours of arrival. So there you have it, guys. That's the latest travel restrictions here in Turkey. And I'm very happy that the restrictions have been lifted. So now I can finally go ahead and enjoy Turkey the way I was meant to initially. So let me know your thoughts. Have your plans been changed because of the new restrictions? Are you part of the unlucky group that cannot enter Turkey right now? Leave your comments down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys during next week's video. Bye.